He did use him and gave him some money. So there was some connection somewhere. Aaron Katersky's following this circus, this latest twist and turn. Good morning, Aaron Katersky.
I couldn't wait to talk to you this morning. I figured you would have a special take on the whole matter.
Well, first of all, I don't understand why it's so important for the world to know that Michael Cohen had a client named Sean Hannity.
I don't think it is, but I think Michael Cohen put himself in a position where he was trying to defend his law practice. The federal prosecutors had said he's not much of a lawyer. He's got one client, it's Donald Trump, and for him, he's more fixer than attorney. And they were saying that because they didn't think attorney-client privilege was going to be much of an issue with all the material seized in the raids of his property, the hotel room, the office, the safety deposit box, his cell phones. They got a ton of stuff. And Cohen had been arguing that he should be given the material before federal prosecutors even get to open the boxes, and he should be the one to decide what's privileged and what's not. And that's just not how it's traditionally worked. So that's why they were in court. And in defending his legal practice, he said, well, I actually had three clients. Donald Trump, Elliot Broidy, the former deputy finance chairman for the Republican National Committee, and this unnamed third client. And the judge, when she ordered him into court on Monday, said, well, who's the third client? You can't just keep that a secret. And so they were forced to utter the name Sean Hannity, begging the question, what kind of work did Hannity hire Cohen to do? Because for the other two clients, we know that Cohen was involved in paying off women with salacious stories to tell.
Right. Sean Hannity also said that it had nothing to do with the third person, which is weird, because if you're asking somebody a question about law, isn't there a third person usually involved somewhere? My neighbor built a fence on my yard. My son got a speeding ticket, right? There's always a third party when you're talking about some law somewhere.
Well, I guess Hannity said that at best he and Cohen had a couple of casual conversations about real estate.
Right.
So I think Cohen and Hannity ought to get together and discuss what the nature of their relationship was.
Well, and apparently Stormy Daniels' attorney was somewhere last night saying that the judge gave the attorney the choice of handwriting the note or saying it publicly. I'm shocked that he decided to say it publicly and not give a handwritten note.
The judge gave the choice because the lawyer didn't want to do it. The lawyer, Stephen Ryan, said, well, the client doesn't want his name out there, and the judge said, well, I understand he may not want that, but, the law is not on your side, so I need to know who the client is. And the lawyer said, well, do you want me to just say it, or do you want me to, hand you a note, and you can say it? And the judge said, it didn't matter.
Right.
And that's when he just sort of blurted out the name Sean Hannity. There was an audible gasp in the courtroom, and more than a few of us took our exit to go make news.
Yeah, you were knocking over old ladies to get to some type of device.
Don't call Stormy Daniels an old lady. That wasn't nice. She had a seat in the courtroom and, in fact, came in so late, just as the hearing was about to start, that the courtroom was full. They had to go into a closet and get an extra folding chair and move some reporters around so that she and her attorney could watch from the spectators gallery.
I'm going to count to 10, but before I say something I'm going to regret right now. So would the judge have released the name if the lawyer would have written it on a hand piece of paper?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because we had we, meaning ABC News and the New York Times and the Associated Press, CNN, the other news organizations, had a lawyer there arguing for public access to all of this stuff.
So ultimately, what's the real bottom line in this? This Sean Hannity story is juicy and interesting, but what did the judge decide, and where does this case go from here?
The judge rejected a temporary restraining order that would have blocked federal prosecutors from having any access to the material that was seized in the raids from Michael Cohen. Instead, the judge said that prosecutors should make copies, give it to Cohen, give it to Trump, everybody go through it together, weeding out what may be privileged and what's not, and if there are any disputes, she said, well, then they can come back to court and either she or an independent third party could referee.
Never a dull moment around here. Aaron Katursky, I can't wait to read your book someday. ABC News correspondent Aaron, have a good day. Thanks for checking in.
You didn't even ask me what Stormy was wearing. I came with notes.
I'm not 8, 9, 10. You're trying to get me in trouble here, and I'm trying to be a good guy.
It was a lilac suit.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron.